All right, we welcome you to this press release. My name is Barbara Tidwell. I'm the council chair, and we just have a statement that we would like to read to everyone. The heading is Cache County Council unanimously expresses dismay with the county budget process. The Cache County Council announced Thursday that actions by the county executive have created tremendous dysfunction in county government and negatively impacted the citizens of the county. During the council meeting earlier this week, Cache County Executive David Zook presented a dramatically different budget than the draft the council had been working with since early September. The tentative budget contains no line item detail and appears to use aggressive sales tax revenue projections and building fee increases to close the $2.4 million deficit contained in previous budget documents. In addition, it seems vital county services such as road projects and maintenance have been significantly reduced. Talk about confusion, said Council Member David Erickson. This new budget, which was emailed to the council after the start of the meeting on Tuesday, was unexpected. Although the council has been actively engaged in the budget process throughout the year, it has been challenging due to the lack of communication from the executive. Council member Carl Ward commented, "In my 6 years on the council, this is the worst budget year I've ever seen as far as process." After announcing the dramatically changed budget, Mr. Zook left the council meeting and did not return to discuss the changes or engage in productive public dialogue with the council. This has been a recurring theme throughout the year. He has canceled or refused to schedule budget committee meetings since early this year and has been absent for a majority of council meetings. This hasn't happened in the county's history. Throughout the year, council members have expressed dismay that the historically collegial relationship they've enjoyed with department heads has been severely curtailed. As a result, the information needed to develop a sound and responsible budget has been lacking. Even today, the council doesn't have the detail needed to perform their budget duties in an effective manner. We will take questions from the press, if any of you have questions.
Okay.
If not, then I guess we will.
I do have a question. Is the timing of this right before an election, have you talked about that at all? Or is it together?
I think the question was, is the timing of this right before an election an issue, and have we talked about it? And we did discuss that. This timing was not something that the council did. It was brought to our doorstep Tuesday evening. We'd been engaged in this process, and it was after our council meeting on Tuesday started that we received this updated email, and then a press release was issued by the executive. So I think the timing this close to an election was not the council's decision.
Yes, Brock.
Do you need to come up, or will you
We will repeat the question.
Well, I'll repeat the question.
As of now, what's the plan with the budget? Is the council plan on approving the latter presented budget with amendments? I know there was some talk of going with the first budget presented. I want to know where things are at as far as that right now.
Okay, the question is which budget are we going to, I'm paraphrasing, Brock. Are we going to go with the first budget that was presented or the one that was presented Tuesday?
I guess I'll try to fill that question because we were visiting as a council here, and we've tentatively set a budget meeting for next Tuesday at 5 o'clock where we can delve into what has been presented just recently. We have to deal with what's presented just recently so that we can build from that. It's hard to compare, but the council will do their job. There's no question about it. We'll do the very best we can with what information we got. But the information we got is very, very, very limited in detail. I think it's all there, but it's all in such a form of just generalities of numbers, but we don't know where those numbers came from as far as exactly how they came to be that total. And so that's probably the next Tuesday we'll announce, we will, what do you call it? Post it for everybody to know that.
Public notice, yeah.
And then we'll just have to work with the budget that has now been presented.
And then, did you talk about, I'm just curious, I came because I was curious. So, this isn't an official meeting of the council, it's a press conference. So, did you talk about all those details? Or, I guess there's no problem with you meeting as a group to make an announcement without officially opening it as a meeting, or did you talk about all that? Is that a consideration?
I'll turn that over to Gina.
So I'm not entirely sure what you're asking. Are you worried that we're meeting illegally? Is that what
I'm
you're saying?
not. I just wondered if if there is any concern about, it seems so unprecedented.
We did, I talked to Barbara on the phone about that to make sure that we noticed this meeting because we do have a quorum here. We are talking about county business and we wanted to make sure that we were legit. It's an emergency meeting in response to things that have been offered in the last 24 hours in the press and is of extreme importance and interest to the people of this county. And so we figured this would qualify as an emergency meeting and noticed it and invited the press so that we could make the statement and show that all of us are united in the statement.
Okay, so this is an emergency meeting, not a press conference.
Well, it's a press conference, but the meeting is just for the purpose of having a press conference. We're not doing anything else but talking to the
Yeah.
press.
Okay, I just was very curious.
It is unprecedented, Charlie.
Yes.
It's very unprecedented. And it's heartbreaking for us as a council.
All right. Anything else from the press? In that case, we are finished. Thank you for being here.